Hallo meine liebe Studenten und Freunde, wie geht es euch? Herzlich willkommen to the German Mentor. Ich bin Jatinder Singh. Friends, have you ever heard about the OSUDA connectors, OSUDA conjunctions in German grammar? If not, then do not skip this video. You will learn a very interesting grammar topic in today's session. Watch the complete video, give your comments, your feedback, how you like this content, and do not forget to subscribe the channel by pressing the bell icon. You will get the similar videos on this channel from my side regularly. So let's start today's session, OSUDA conjunctions. Let's get it. So today's topic is about OSUDA connectors. So connectors means conjunctions. Okay. Basically, these are group of 5 connectors which come under this series, OSUDA connectors. So which connectors are they? So we see one by one. The first one is oder, it means or. The second one is sondern, it means rather. The third OSUDA connector is und, it means and in English. And the fourth one is den, it means because. And the last one we will learn about aber, it means but. So if you see the first alphabet of these conjunctions, OSUDA, it means OSUDA. Okay. So I'll explain you, I will teach you one by one with examples so that you can also understand in which situation, which scenario you have to use a particular OSUDA connector. Oder, sondern, und, den, and aber. I hope that you will learn a quite interesting thing in today's session, okay, about OSUDA conjunctions. Okay, so let's start. The first thing, points to remember. So I will explain you 3 important points which you have to remember, which you have to keep in mind while making the sentences with these conjunctions, these connectors. The first point, they are coordinating conjunctions, koordinierende Konnektoren. This is the first point. The second point, unlike other conjunctions, these conjunctions are easy to use. We know that there are a couple of conjunctions where the verb goes at the end of the sentence in Nebensätze. But the structure of with OSUDA connectors, they are quite different. I will explain you later on. Okay. The third point, the verb position will stays always on second position with all the coordinating conjunctions, OSUDA connectors, the conjunctions which you just saw in the previous slide. Okay. So I'll explain you one by one with the help of these points. Okay. So in the meantime, if you want to note it down, these points, you can note it down. Okay. Now we start the main session, the connectors one by one. Okay. The very first one, oder, it means or, where we use it. Usage offers a choice between 2 options. So when you have 2 different options or more than 2 options and you have to choose the best of them, one of them, then you use this conjunction oder. How? We learn with the example. For example, I have written here, bleibt zu Hause. Okay. And the second phrase, second sentence, geht ins Kino. Okay. So the meaning of these sentences are, he is staying at home, he is going to cinema. So how to construct these different sentences with the conjunction oder? Now I explain you how to construct a sentence with the conjunction oder. The first conjunction, bleibt zu Hause oder geht ins Kino. Okay, so I have used the both sentences, but in between I have used the oder conjunction, right? So in the first sentence, the verb position is on the second place. So the main conjunction will come after the first clause, and when you write the same sentence, the second sentence, the verb position will also remain at the second position. So this is the structure. So you can note here the position of this connector is at the 0 position. Okay. Then the subject and then the conjugated verb. Okay. So both the sentences are considered as Hauptsatz because the verb stays on the second position. Unlike other conjunctions, which you know already, I hope so, where we have to put the verb at the end of the phrase in Nebensätze. But in OSUDA conjunctions, the structure is little bit different. Okay. So this is the very first example. I have explained you the structure. Okay. And in the next slide, I will explain you through some other examples, some more random examples. Okay. So when you connect 2 sentences, you have to use these conjunctions. Okay. Now we see some more examples. Die Beispiele. Möchten Sie ein Cola? Möchten Sie ein Glas Wasser? Do you want a cold drink? Do you want a glass of water? Now I combine these two sentences. Möchten Sie ein Cola oder möchten Sie ein Glas Wasser? So I have used this order conjunction in between. Okay. And one more thing I would like to convey, when the subject is same in both clauses, then you no need to repeat that. For example, I have eliminated the möchten and the Sie subject in this sentence because both sides the subject are same. But if the subjects are different, then you have to use. So the correct sentence would be möchten Sie ein Cola oder ein Glas Wasser, because I have removed the verb and the subject because I'm talking about the same person, same subject. One more example. Ich nehme ein Sandwich oder eine Pizza. So I'm talking about myself. So after the conjunction order, I did not repeat the subject ich. Okay. So this is also a common point which you have to remember. Okay. When the subject are same, you no need to repeat the subject. When the subjects are different, then you have to mention. So this was the first connector order and its structure. Now we go further and see the second one, S, sondern. It means but, rather. Usage, where we have to use it, corrects a negative statement from the first part of the sentence. For example, if you have two different situations, two different sentences, first sentence you have to write in the negative and the second sentence you have to write in a positive way. Okay, how? I explain you in the next slide. See, sondern, but rather. So the rule of this conjunction is first statement will always be negative and the second will be positive. How? Let's see with an example. Ich habe keinen Hund. Ich habe eine Katze. I have no dog. I have a cat. So in the first sentence, I have mentioned that I have no dog. So it's a negative thing. Okay. And in the second sentence, I have a cat. So is it a positive? Right. So when I connect these two sentences, it would be Ich habe keinen Hund, sondern eine Katze. I have no dog, but rather a cat. So in the first sentence, keinen is a negative word, and after sondern, the positive. Okay, but one more thing you have to remember, when you use this particular conjunction, you have to use a comma. Okay, after completion of the first sentence, the main clause. So this is the structure of sondern. The first sentence will be negative and the second will be positive. Now we see some more examples with this conjunction. Zum Beispiel, ich bin nicht hübsch, sondern intelligent. I'm not handsome, but rather intelligent. So in the first sentence, nicht is a negative word. Second sentence, die Tiere sind nicht verantwortlich für Klimawandel, sondern die Menschen. The animals are not responsible for climate change, but rather humans. So in the first sentence, I have used a negative word, nicht. So first sentence, first clause is negative, second is positive. The third one, ich esse keinen Apfel, sondern ein Stück Kuchen. I'm not eating an apple, rather a piece of cake. So similarly, I have used here a negative article keinen with the noun Apfel. So it does not matter either you use nicht or kein. Both are negative words. But the first sentence will be negative. Okay. And the second would be positive. So this was the second conjunction of the OSUDA series. Now we go further and see the third one, U. Und, it means and. Usage, where we have to use it, two tasks get done at the same time. When you are doing two activities at the same time, then you have to use this conjunction und. How? We understand with an example. Ich sehe Fan. Ich trinke einen Saft. I am watching television. I am drinking a juice. Now I connect these two sentences with und. Ich sehe Fan und ich trinke einen Saft. I am watching television and drinking juice. So I am talking about myself. So I do not need to write the subject again. But if the subjects are different, then you have to mention after the conjunction und. Noch eine andere Beispiel. Ich habe einen Hund, einen Papagei und eine Katze. I have a dog, a parrot and a cat. So at the same time, I have different animals. So this is also a situation. Okay. So when you have multiple things to do, when you have something, multiple items you have, then you can use this conjunction und. So these examples were of the third connector und. Now we check the fourth one. The next one, day, 10, it means because. Usage, when some reason is there. When you are doing something, when you are doing some task and there is a reason behind that, then you have to use this conjunction 10. Because. How? Zum Beispiel, ich lerne Deutsch. Ich will nach Deutschland gehen. So I connect these two sentences. Ich lerne Deutsch, denn ich will nach Deutschland gehen. So why I'm learning German? Because this is my wish to go Germany, right? So in this conjunction, you also have to use a comma after the main clause. Okay. So you can see here the den conjunction will be on the zero position or null position. Then the subject will come and the main verb will stand on the second position, right? So this is the structure of den conjunction. Now we check some other examples. Wir studieren schnell, den wir möchten Fußball spielen. We are studying fast because we want to play football. So the same conjunction, then subject, and then the main verb that will stay on the second position. One more example to understand. Er kommt heute nicht, denn er ist krank. He is not coming today because he is sick or ill. So this was about den conjunction. I hope that you have understood all these conjunctions till here. Now we go further and check the last one. Aber means but. Usage, when someone contrast is there. So it is very similar to the sondern which we have learned earlier. In sondern, we saw that the first statement is negative and second is positive. But in this conjunction, this is opposite. Okay. How? We learn with the examples. So the rule is there. First statement is positive and second is negative. So this is just opposite of the sondern conjunction. How? See, Herr Müller ist nett. Herr Müller ist Geizhals. Mr. Müller is nice. Mr. Müller is miser. So if you see the first sentence is positive about Mr. Müller and the second is negative. Now I connect these two sentences with aber conjunction. Herr Müller ist nett, aber er ist Geizhals. So in this conjunction, you also need to use a comma after the main clause. So you can see here, the aber stands on the zero position or null position, then subject and the main verb at the second position, but it will be conjugated as per the subject. So that was the structure about aber conjunction. Now we see some more examples to understand. Wir haben sie eingeladen, aber sie kann nicht kommen. We have invited her, but she cannot come. So the first sentence is positive because we have invited. So this is a positive statement, but she cannot come. There is some problem. So this is negative. And now we see the last phrase of the last conjunction. Ich bin klug und schön, aber nicht reich. I'm clever and beautiful, but not rich. So in the first phrase, I have used some positive adjectives, and in the second phrase, some negative. So friends, I have explained you these 5 connectors, their meanings, their structure with examples. I hope that you have understood at one go. But if you still have the problem, you can watch this video one more time. Okay. Now we go further, and at the last, important tip for you. OSUDA connectors keep normal word order. Okay, so that means the subject, verb, and object comes in the both clauses. Okay, no verb at the end, unlike subordinating conjunctions like while, or will, etc. There are some other conjunctions where the conjugated verb goes at the extreme end, at the Nebensatz, but that structure does not follow here with the OSUDA connectors. The verb stands on the second position on the both clauses. So unlike other conjunctions, these OSUDA connectors are comparatively easy to use. You can make some more examples from your side. And if you have some problem, you can comment me. I'm also available for you to answer all of your comments. I hope that you have understood this session. Give your valuable comments, your feedback, because it is a motivation for me to bring more and more grammar videos, vocabulary videos, and other random videos for you, so that you can also increase and enhance your German language knowledge and skills. And at the end of the session, friends, thank you very much for watching the complete video. Do whatever I have written here on the screen. Learn German only on the German Mentor with me. I am Jatinder Singh. Take care of yourself. Einen schönen Tag noch. Bleiben Sie gesund und glücklich. Tschüss. Auf Wiedersehen.